very underrated yet very important part of trading is the ability to take self-inventory, basically to run a self-checkup to make sure that your business is running on all cylinders. In today's episode, we're going to talk about and really discuss certain things that you should have in that self-checkup to make sure that you're ready for the trading day ahead. That and a story about me in Vegas. All right. Let's try to do both. Let's go through it really quickly. So I got a question this morning from a trader who was asking about, not my trash. He was asking about how does he know if he passes his self checkup? So like he has a section in his trading plan that says, I will not trade if, right? And we always say the self checkup is like, in the morning, if you're out drinking all night and you're hungover, or you just didn't get sleep because you got kids that never let you sleep, or you're super sick, right? If you're not in the right trading mind state, you should not trade, right? You should just avoid the day. I had a couple times last year and I was like, hey guys, I'm sick. I still ran the live room. I said, hey, I'm not trading because my brain's a little bit cloudy. I don't trust myself to make good judgment. And when there's money on the line, I don't want to put myself in that position. But the question he had is, what should be in that self-check? What should he ask himself? Is there any type of checklist that we can create in the morning? Because I told him mine is off of feel. So it's more just like understanding yourself. Again, am I sleep deprived? Well, it's basically, am I in a state that's different than my normal state? Am I sleep deprived? Am I drunk and hungover? Am I injured? Am I sick? Am I just in a mood that doesn't allow me to think clearly, an emotional state? Maybe someone just passed away and I'm not dealing with it the right way. And my mind is elsewhere. I'm looking at the charts, but I'm thinking about that person, right? So it's not anything written down. It's kind of just a feel, kind of a knowing yourself. Same thing where it's like, I never called off sick from work, but I guess it would be the same thing if you were thinking about calling off sick from work or school. You kind of just know. You wake up and you're like, I'm just not me. But not everyone operates like that. Not everyone has that type of self-awareness. So is there a checklist we could perhaps put together? And if there were a checklist, what would it be? What would you guys add to it? Well, it's funny. That's how mine was too, Chris. At first, when I first had kids, I was like, man, I'm not trading anymore because I didn't get enough sleep. I used to have myself on like a counter. Like if I didn't get at least 6 hours of sleep, then I'm not trading. Right. And then I had kids and I'm like, man, like 6 hours of sleep. I was lucky if I get 3. So my unnormal state of being sleep deprived became a normal state. Where it was like, yeah, I'm sleep deprived. Yep, that's normal. So I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Funny story. As soon as my oldest started sleeping, it took him like 3 years. As soon as he started sleeping through the night, we had like 2 weeks. And then the second came. I looked at my wife. I'm like, what were we thinking? We finally get to the point where we get some sleep, and now we got to restart. Now, the second one did sleep better than the first one. But still. So, oh, man. So what would you guys put on the list if you were to create a checklist? We may have to save we'll see. Am I sick? Let's write it down. Am I sick? Look, it says, am I angry? Am I depressed? Am I able to focus? Am I hungover, right? The Jason Greystone night with that bottle of tequila. Am I alert? trying to think of any bad hangovers I had. I was never a hangover type of person. Although I was talking about my friend the other day. He shared with me a video from a Vegas trip we made. And I said, when do we do that? He was like, yeah, that was a fun trip. The only reason we remember any parts of that trip is by the videos that he had. We're so thankful he took those videos. And maybe not thankful if he uses them to blackmail me. But I'm like, we went there? Oh, I don't remember. I remember getting off the plane. I remember getting on the plane. Do I have time to go? Ooh, good time. Do I have time? That's a really good one. I like that. I never thought about that before, Duncan. That makes sense. I was lucky. So I overslept this morning. Right. Typically my clock wakes me up at the latest. I can't sleep past 6:30 to save my life. Right. At the latest, I can't sleep past 6:30 to save my life. I wake up. Right. I woke up 7:15 this morning. Now, luckily, today is not a normal trading day for me, right? I don't have I don't have the same obligations of doing my live analysis at a certain time, right? But if this were a live trading day, I would have to rush through my analysis in order to start my day on time. Rushing through your analysis is a negative because when you rush through something, the quality goes down. So I think that's a good thing. Now, fortunately, again, in my position, I got all day to trade. So like I can just adjust. I'd be like, okay, well, I'll just start a little bit later. But if you're someone that has a 9 to 5, right? If you have to get your analysis done by a certain point because you've got to leave for work, that's a really good one, right? Because you don't want to rush your analysis and then rush to work, especially if you're setting up orders on your way to work. So it may just be like, you know what? Not today. We'll just call it a day. That's a really good one. I never thought about that, humble brag, mainly because I'm a full-time trader. I do nothing but trade. So I'm just I'm just here all day, so I can always make up for it. But that's how it's been my whole career. Aside from the very beginning stages when I was just a reckless gambler. But that makes perfect sense. And I would do that too. When I first started trading, I didn't have a trading plan or rules or know any of this stuff, but I had to leave for work at 7. So I would at the time I would do analysis. Looking back, it wasn't really analysis, but at the time I would do analysis before the day and just set up trades. So I would really just put some charts up and set up trades at areas I thought would be good. And days where I'd be rushing, I'd be like, oh no, I only got like 15 minutes. Let's load up some charts. Sell, buy, and then leave. And then I get just hammered. I check it like lunchtime and get hammered during the day. Now again, I probably would have got hammered anyway because I wasn't really doing any worthwhile analysis, but I'm sure the rushing just made things even worse. Does my risk management allow for another trade? Have I reached my limits? That's a good rule. I wouldn't put it in the self-check. That's more in the trade management, risk management category. That's a good one, but I wouldn't put it in the self-check. This wouldn't be in the self-check either, but this would go in kind of the normal trading check. Is my PC and network working properly? So that's a good one. Not necessarily in the self-checkup, the personal checkup, but that's one in kind of like your equipment checkups. Like when Jason talked about the pilot going through the checklist, internet, computer, this, that, right? That belongs there as well. Same with risk management. So that's another good one. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Remember, www.tier1trading.com. If you want some education, we've got free workshops, we've got trial memberships, we've got a lot of stuff over there. Head over, check it out, www.tier1trading.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or connect with me on social media at Akil Stokes, RTM.